Did you guys get a chance to see Mr. Iyanla last night? Mr. Iyanla done snatched all my edges. You see, I'm trying to hold him down, girl. She done snatched him down with some truth and some stuff I didn't even know. I had to go look up Mr. Join the Truth and come to find out she was the truth. She was the truth, honey. Born as Miss Isabella Barham, was it? She was so many times. Thank you, Miss Iyanla, because I love history. Now, and not just black history. The Armenian genocide, that was one of my, just something I researched myself just on free time. You know, it's just so much stuff. I just love to see what happened originally here, or other people's history, not just my own, basically. So, let's get into it. So we start out with Miss Iyanla. I love her locks. Talking to Hazel E's mother, Miss Angela, and she come out and they said she 54. I was like, oh, she look nice for 54. You know, can't wait to see what I'm gonna look like at 54. All these black women look like time ain't fuck with them at all. Come, be good to me, Melanie. My melanin gonna come back when it get warm. The rest of it went on vacation, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm happy. So, her mom speaks about their beginnings, and her mom is just like, she's my best friend, and she's just so precious, and she's my bestie, go bestie. And I was like, oh, okay, so you just, even though you started out rough, apparently, what's I finna say, Erica? Not Erica. Angela got pregnant at 17, and her father made her get married to the guy. Lord, if I had to marry my baby daddy, I would have ran away. Anyways, tell the truth. Tell the truth. She basically said that she didn't know him, and he got killed tragically in a motorcycle accident, which, that's very sad. I just actually lost a friend of mine last year. Lady pulled out in front of his motorcycle, and he left behind a 2-year-old son. So, we try to make sure they stay up and, they have what they need. And so I can understand that is a big burden. So Hazel E, a.k.a. Erica, that's when she was born. Her mama named her Erica. I'm going to call her Erica. And she come out and she was talking about, she thought because she was light-skinned, she was being attacked on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Myself, personally, I don't watch the show. I watch people's reviews, such as James Caldwell. He's, if not my favorite, top 2. Him and Kevin on stage gonna have to fight for that spot, cause they just my favorites. Just fuck it, fuck it, Dineva. I watch the reviews and things, but I don't watch the show personally. I think I might have watched more of it when Jim Jones and Christy were there, and after that, Yandy and Mandisi situation, I just didn't care for it anymore. It was getting just too much. The doctor, Iyanla, asked Angela about Erica's childhood, and she basically dressed it up to make it seem like it was perfect and they were staying here, and it wasn't. And come to find out, her dad, Angela's dad, took Erica's father's place when he passed away, which is pretty cool when your father is willing to help you, especially at a young age, to take care of your child. Iyanla asked her, what do you think Erica got her effing attitude, kind of risque attitude from? Did you think she got it from you? She was like, her mom was like, I don't know where she got that from. You a light-skinned lie. So, Dr. Iyanla said, do you think you're somewhat of a diva? And they're talking about the meaning of diva. And Iyanla said, diva, when someone calls themselves a diva, they're trying to make an excuse for them for doing the wrong stuff and the wrong stuff they do and getting away with it and getting what they want. Which we know Mariah Carey, I love you, girl, But she is a diva. She don't care. She knows she has made it through the rain. And she got them coins up, hey, hey. And she's like, bitch, I'm Mariah, carry me around. I don't feel like singing. And I'm still gonna get paid. Bitch, I did not come to see you parade around a leotard and make me sing, bitch. I paid $80 for these tickets, bitch. You better do something, ho. But, and Dr. Iyanla said, well, do you think that you have behaved like a diva? And, girl, Iyanla, you were my edges, girl. That was first when this side came out. That's when that side came out. And she said, Hazel E said, I don't think I've compromised my morals for the show. And Iyanla said, really? Stop that. Yes. She just sat there like a little baby. She did, because she knows she was, she tells Iyanla when she was a child she was sheltered. And Iyanla said, were you sheltered or were you silenced? Because apparently, you know, Iyanla been doing this. I remember Miss Iyanla on Channel 17 when I was a teenager on a show called Life Coach, I do believe, and that's when she had the dreadlock. I remember that, honey. Those were that's when, you are my passions for life. I think Iyanla came on, Four Passions came on, so that's how I got introduced to Iyanla. I missed it. That's the only soap opera I actually liked. Hate y'all went off. Anyway, Iyanla asked Hazel E what would she think if she saw her on TV talking something, pop my butt, pop my. Is those the real lyrics? I'm gonna have to look that up because I hope not. I would have rather her said ass. Bam, bam, bam. Then that just sounded real tacky. So Hazel E said, I would have thought you had took some drugs or something. Iyanla said, she said, that's crazy. I wouldn't want you to be doing that. And Iyanla said, you do it. She shut up again. She said, why is it okay for you to do it? And she was like, I'm not comparing us to, I'm just saying, that's you. So Iyanla ends up taking Hazel E to what she calls a legacy room. And her legacy room is this big, huge homage on her wall in her home to all the female trailblazers in our life. Ruby, Miss Ruby, Dorothy Dandridge, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth. I mean, the list goes on. And she tells Hazel E, now you read them damn lyrics that you wrote to Miss Dorothy Dandridge, pop my butt. And she reading a little card and stuff. And Iyanla said, do you know what pop my butt meant to Harriet Tubman? And she said, it meant a whip. I was like, slay the children, slay them all. We need to hear this, Iyanla. It meant a whip on her back. She was a slave. I love her story, Harriet Tubman, because if I lived back in the slavery days, I lie not to you, they would have put me in the history book, but I wouldn't have made it as far as Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman came back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to get people. I'm only going to leave one time. I'm sorry. I'm going to say some shit like that and like this in the fields during the daytime. I'm going to say, when the moon hit the trees, Massa going to be asleep. And I'm going to turn. That was your cue. When the moon hit the trees now, Massa going to be asleep. That means, bitch, when you see me move, bitch, you better move, or your ass finna be left. So I would have made the history book, but bitch, I'm not coming back and get y'all. So that woman was very phenomenal. So when she said that, I was just like, wow. So she said she made her read her lyrics to Rosa Parks. Everything I want, I have. Everything I want, I have. Really? Iyanla says. I said, Lord, she finna tear down. Get her ass. Get her ass, Iyanla. She said, you know what Rosa wanted? A seat on the damn bus. If them ain't some powerful words, Rosa Parks just wanted to sit her ass on the bus. I know that's real. I done been on the bus before, child, and it's full to the brim, and I've been working all day, child, and them damn dogs is barking, howling, crying. The puppy's just, I mean, all fucked up. Just wanting to see. So I know about them feet, Miss Rosa. I know about them foots when they get to hurting. And that baby toe on life support. Once that baby toe on life support, the damn rest of the foot is bound to follow. Huh. Shit. Excuse me. Hazel E talks about being molested as a child. And what was so different about her story that's not like a lot of other girls' stories, she was molested by females. Now, some people might think molestation is only a man's crime, but it does happen that way. It's sad because women are, you think naturally women are the nurturers. And for them to harm a child, it is just disheartening. It either way is disheartening, but it's like, the fuck? You know? And she said that her mother tried to sweep it under the rug and didn't want her to talk about it. She silenced that baby. She did. Now, some things about our past, like I said, we can't blame our past. You can't keep bringing it up now. You can't hear from you keep, you know what I'm saying, using it, not using it as an excuse is what I'm trying to say. Use it as an excuse for you to act the ass or to treat people like trash, because those people in the world don't know you. And they don't know why you're upset. And they don't know what you've been through. And especially if you don't tell them. They're not going to know. But she said that she told her mama. Her mama was just like, sweep it under the rug. Don't talk about this. She felt like she didn't have a voice. How dare you? It brought me to tears. It did. Because your mom, if you can't tell your mama something and your mom protect you, who can you trust? I didn't get that privilege growing up, but I know, I mean, for real, how I would have wanted that relationship to go. Me and my mom to be best friends. Iyanla said, were you sheltered or were you silenced? And it was sad. She looked like a child. She said, I cannot be both. I can't be both. Like, she didn't even know. Because when you are a child, especially in a black, growing up in a black household, you always taught, honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days shall be longer upon this earth. And they revert to the Bible a lot to sometimes make you feel guilty about stuff and make you feel like that's the worst thing in the world that could happen when it's really not. And you, me, myself personally, some things I've done, I didn't realize until I got older. Oh, that was just something they were saying. Because I'm non-denom now. I was raised as a Christian, so some things that I was taught as a child, I see now that it was just something that the old elders were taught to just put Jesus' name in it to make it seem like it was law. Hey, that's my story. That's a truth. That is a truth, and it's a truth to a lot of people. That the elders, you supposed to, even when your parents are wrong, you're not even supposed to question. Even if you know that you know that you know that you know that they wrong, you're not supposed to question. So I get what she's saying. You know, she was told to, you know, basically sit back and be a child, be in a child's place. She was 5 years old when she was abused. And her mother did nothing about it. that is just horrible. They said, Erica said they had no stability in their home. They were leaving in the middle of the night to get away from her father. He beating on her and her mom and her, and she was taught to cover the bruises up. And Iyanla asked Erica what did her mom teach her, and she said her mom taught her about her pocketbook, which was her meow meow, her sugar bowl, her her flower. And Iyanla said that's all she talks about. Okay, girl. Um, and she basically said it wasn't my mom's fault. She's trying to defend her mom actions for not teaching her the right way of path, and for abandoning her and making her feel like she had to carry these burdens all her life. Um, and y'all said, I really don't care about your mama right now. I was like, girl, Yeah, she said, buried pain buried alive, it festers. It will fester on you. So I can see why. And what stood out the most was when she said the women that abused her were dark skinned women, which it could have been that coming out, and it could have been just her being mean. We don't know, because we don't know somebody's train of thought. So with that, I took it like, yeah, it could be that they were dark skinned, or it could be, you know how they do light skinned women. Light skinned women supposed to be the bomb.com, and they supposed to be better. We know. Come on now. And especially in the black community, that Lord, please don't let the light skinned girl have no green eyes or no crazy color eyes. She just the creme de la creme. While the darker girls, we just, I don't know. I didn't give a fuck no way. I was a tomboy. I was too busy outside trying to figure out how to build some shit, or if you like me, you did. If you didn't, I didn't give a fuck. I still don't. I don't know. Whatever. Who gives a piss? I'm me. I'm satisfied with me. So, whatever. Iyanla meets with them both, and Iyanla talks about her mom. So, you didn't know that your child was being molested? She was like, girl. No, I don't know. And then Erica kind of stood back and said, Mom, you remember when I told you? You remember when I told you? And she was like, oh, yeah, about that. Oh, I had forgot all about that. I know that set off a fire in Iyanla, because it set off a fire in my ass, and I wanted to slap the makeup, the hair, the edges, the skin off that bitch. You knew the whole time somebody had been touching your child inappropriately, and you did nothing about it. You trash bitch. And I said that. Her mama trash as fuck. All that time you made that girl feel like it was her fault, and she had to carry that and not talk about it. And so her mama gave this apology. Iyanla, I guess, hooked up. The apology to me did not seem genuine, but Erica, she cried about it anyway when her mom said that she basically didn't regret her, and she wasn't a mistake and all this stuff, which she wasn't, and nobody is. And I don't know. I think y'all need to spend a little bit more time with that mama, because something wrong with her too. I think her mama need her own episode, because it was some stuff went on. Yeah, you got pregnant at 17, granted, but I don't understand some people's logic. I don't know their upbringing, so I guess we got to understand your beginning to understand you now. But she brought all the women in of all hues. Estelle was there. Ronnie from Player Club was there. And they all talked about what happened with them growing up and their chocolate versus vanilla complex in the black community and their differences. And it was beautiful. But I really wanted to be nosy when Ronnie was like, the producer was like, shit, they ain't want her friends to come because her friends was too dark and stuff. Because Hazel E had made all these horrible things on Instagram. You monkeys, you dark girls, y'all monkeys, y'all hating on me with my pretty self. As to say, only light-skinned girls is pretty. She ain't the first light-skinned girl to say that shit. She won't be the last. That's just their logic. All light-skinned people ain't cute. Now let's just be real and be honest. And all mixed babies ain't cute. Now we at that. That I said what I said. But she said some very horrible things. But they said, now we gonna hold you accountable from now on. Now, don't be saying that stuff no more. But tell me what you guys think. I think her mom need to be held more accountable for the bullshit she did and to her child. They need to actually continue to go to counseling, because this ain't nothing that's gonna be done in 1 or 2 days. This is a process. And the people who molested her, she need to talk to them too. She need to go on and get that out and say, I forgive you, so she can have some peace in her life and live a better life, a more positive life. All right, y'all. Bye.